Hi everyone. So following on from my video yesterday, I thought I would do my reason why video, which is quite important to me really. You know, sort of been through a few different things and just wanted to explain sort of my motivations behind why I'm doing what I am and sort of going down through the property acquisitions route and sort of further down the line property development. So the first reason which sort of ignited all this really was the birth of my son. So you can see him there behind me. So he was probably about a week old there. He's now a couple of months over 2, so he's running around causing mischief, chatting away as they do as they get older. So yeah, so that's the sort of first reason really. Sort of puts into perspective life and sort of how much we take it for granted, and you know, it seems like I'm sort of being a motivational speaker here, but I'm not. It's just sort of something that flicked that switch in my head and thought, you know, I've got to offer something a bit better for him in that sense, and sort of try and provide, give him the absolute best, which is sort of obviously everything every parent wants to do. And I sort of feel I'm in a fortunate position with my current job. You know, he's got a good life. He sort of, you know, doesn't go by without anything unnecessarily. But it's sort of, for me, it's the time I want to be able to spend that time with him, and that's sort of the key thing for me when it comes to going down this route. I know it sounds a bit cliche, but you hear people going, oh, you know, I've always been interested in property and this and that, but for me, I have always had an interest. It sort of relates to my current job in a sense. It's sort of quite sort of skill sets are transferable in some respects. So yeah, so for me, I knew that I always wanted to be involved in it, and it was just understanding how, and then really sort of taking them steps to move forward. So yeah, so obviously touching back on my reason why, with my being my son. So just trying to spend as much time with him as possible. You know, you don't know what's around the corner in life. So it's one of them, you know, it's a key thing for me. And something I'll touch on in a minute, which is sort of another trigger as to why I want to spend so much time with him, and putting life into perspective. So yeah, so following on, my dad unfortunately passed away in 2014 following 10-year battle with Parkinson's. So sort of for myself at that age, from when he was diagnosed, I was about 11, and then I was 22 when or just before my 22nd birthday, he passed away. And for me, seeing that suffering and you sort of that sort of, you know, life dwindling away really, you know, wanting to spend as much time with your loved ones as possible is a key thing for me, from my experience. But then not just sort of spending time, you want to be able to do the nice things, have the nice holidays, have the nice materialistic things as well if you can afford them. So yeah, so for me, sort of those two aspects have really sort of kicked on, and sort of obviously having a child, it sort of puts those things into perspective. You think differently. So yeah, so they're the sort of first two initial aspects. But then thirdly, for my wife, she's been around me now through thick and thin. You know, she experienced my dad's death. She's seen him decline. You know, a lot of people wouldn't be able to cope with that and they'd walk away. It's just the way people are. Some people aren't made for it. Some people are. So, you know, we've got a great bond. I know I really appreciate her for sticking around for that. You know, she has been my support when I've needed her. But then she's also put on with stuff like myself, working away from home weeks on end. Sort of the most memorable one was we moved into our house together, and I told her that I was going to work in Belgium the following week. So you can imagine how that went down. But no, she supported me on it. She's more than happy. You know, I've had a great lifestyle up to now, and that's been through my sort of drive and determination to making things work, taking the opportunities that I get. But I think now for myself it's more of a change. I want that next level moving forward. I want to be able to have bigger and better, you know, you've always got to aspire to bigger and better, otherwise, you know, you go through life sort of living day by day and getting nothing out of it. So yeah, so obviously my wife's been there through sort of thick and thin really, which I'm, you know, she's a good support to myself. So just being able to spend time with my wife and son, and then obviously extended family, you know, give a bit back, be generous. You know, obviously people have supported me in the past, you know, I want to sort of just give that back and sort of show that I'm thankful for what they've done. Is sort of where I'm at and the reasons why. So yeah, so that's sort of it in a nutshell. I don't think there's anything else to really touch on apart from obviously the other facts, which I'm not shy about. You know, I love money. If I can earn a lot of it, I will, and I'll go out my way to do so. People say money doesn't bring you happiness. I sort of sometimes beg to differ, in the sense of it allows you to do things which can bring happiness, but then I can also understand the flip side of not being sort of everything revolving around money. As long as you've got sort of friends, family around you, you're happy, then you know that's it. But I think there's sort of two sides to it and there's a balance with it for myself. So yeah, so sort of that's where I'm at really with my reasons why. Sort of a lot to comprehend, and moving forward on the next few videos that I'm going to be putting out, I'll be touching on a few things that I've touched on in this video as to how that impacts me day to day, and how it benefits me day to day as well. So yeah, so if you're sort of wanting to follow this journey that I'm on, hit the like button, subscribe, and then you'll get notified of any videos that come out. You know, it's good to sort of be talking. It's not something that I'm used to, getting myself out there, but I'm getting used to it now. So yeah, more videos to come. I've got a good bit of content planned, which is sort of transferable from my current day job into property, which will hopefully help other people as well. So yeah, so I'll speak to you all very soon on the next video.